Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the whole body scan. So for this, what you're going to do is you need to make yourself comfortable. I'm sat upright in my chair. I've got a nice cushion behind me as well, just to make myself comfortable. I'm going to turn off any devices other than your laptop or your phone, whichever you're watching from. Make sure there's no distractions around you. The kids are locked away. Your mobile phones are turned off. And we're going to spend about 10-15 minutes just really relaxing, really taking notice of different parts of our body, and hopefully de-stressing a little bit, hopefully feeling a little bit more grounded afterwards. So like I said, make yourselves comfortable. If you wanted to, you can even sit on the sofa. You can lie down on the sofa, just listen to my voice. I've got a little bit of background music on, so hopefully you can hear that as well. So like I said, make sure you're sat. So I prefer to sit upright with this, so my feet are flat on the floor, my hands go onto my knees, okay? And for this, you can shut your eyes if you want to shut your eyes. If not, you can keep them open. It's totally up to you. I would advise keeping them shut. It keeps that blue light off of the laptop from going into your eyes. So you can either sit upright or you can sit slouched back, whichever's comfortable, whichever you feel is going to benefit you more. Personally, I like keeping my feet on the floor. So hopefully you can hear this little bit of background music. Try and be nice and quiet through it so you can hear it and relax. So what we're going to do is we're going to work our way through our body, taking notice of different little things that you might be feeling, little niggles if there's any pain. If things are feeling free, some things might be feeling free, might be feeling nice. But we're going to be taking nice deep breaths and forcing those breaths into different parts of our body. So if everybody's happy to begin with, there's still a couple more people joining. If at any point you need to go and have some water, a drink, if you've just, like me, made yourself a cup of tea, then take time, come back to it. A few more people joining now. For those of you that have just joined, make sure yourself nice and comfortable. And we'll go about 5 past. Still a few more people joining. So it's going to be a nice, slow, relaxing one. Afterwards, or while you're doing this as well, you can also pop things into the chat if you want me to find out where you're tuning in from, which department you're from, or which learning area you're from. That'd be great. So I'll just give it another minute. If you wanted to have a blanket as well, you can wrap yourself in a blanket, keep yourself nice and warm. Luckily, the heating's on for me today, so nice and warm myself. For the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to be breathing through our noses. So if you have got a bit of a blocked nose at the minute, then you might need to breathe through your mouth. But we will be breathing through our noses, in and out. Nice, deep, long breaths. So I'm going to make a start. A few of you in now, so 7 people here, which is absolutely fantastic. So like I said, make yourself comfortable. If you want to shut your eyes, you can shut your eyes. I'll be shutting my eyes through parts of this as well. So I'm going to sit still. Sit ourselves up. I'm just going to take a few seconds just to get our breathing correct. Breathing in and breathing out. Each breath we're going to make a little bit longer, deeper. Try and aim for about 6 seconds. Breathing in. Gonna hold it for about 6 seconds. And release. Practice that a couple more times. So breathe in, hold for 6, and release. Once more. And hold. And release. So now we've got our breathing into that rhythm. Nice, deep, slow breaths. What we'll do is we're going to start at the floor, start with our feet. You can wiggle your toes to begin with, just so you know where the sensation is going to be moving to. And as you breathe in, push that breath towards your feet, into your toes. Hold it there for 6 seconds and release. Breathe in. Hold that breath in your feet. Take notice of any pains and release. And in, all the way down to your toes. And release. Now for this next couple, what we're going to do is we're going to tense our feet. So we're going to, as we breathe in, we're going to tense. We're going to really tense our toes, tense our feet, screw them up. Hold that for 6 seconds, and then we're going to release it for 6 seconds. So our feet should feel like they're melting into the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in. So squeeze those toes, squeeze, 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 and hold for 6 seconds. And release. Let your feet fall into the floor. I'm going to do this once more. So breathe in, squeeze those toes, squeeze those feet. Hold it and release. Let them fall back into the floor. Let the weight flow through your feet into the floor. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Think about how your feet are feeling, how you've screwed them up, and how you've released them. As you breathe in, push any air in towards those little niggly bits. Might be in your ankles, in your toes. Now we're going to move up to the bottom half of our legs, so our calf muscles in the backs of our legs. So breathing in, pushing that breath towards our lower part of our legs. Nice deep breaths again. Take notice of how they're feeling. Are they tight? Nice deep breaths. Which parts are tight? Are they tight for a particular reason? Have you been busy? Nice deep breaths. More, really push that breath from your lungs all the way down to your calves. And for this next couple, we're going to be doing that tensing again. So as we breathe in, we're going to tense, so squeeze those calves. My ankles are clicking, squeeze those calves. I'm going to hold it for 6 seconds. And then release. Feel the weight fall away. Once more, we're going to tense, squeeze those calf muscles. Really squeeze backs of our legs. We're going to hold it and release. Should feel like a bit of a weightlessness sensation. And now we'll go back to taking notice. Deep breaths. And push that breath into the bits that are feeling tight. Feel a bit knotted. A couple more deep breaths. Aim for that 6 seconds of in, hold, and release. Now we're going to move up to the top half of our legs. Our quadriceps in the front and our hamstrings and gluteus maximus in the back. So as we breathe in, feel of any niggles. Are your legs aching? Are they sore? And as you exhale, think of those niggles going away. So inhale. Feel those thighs. And exhale. As we're breathing, we're taking notice of the different parts in our legs. Why are they sore? Why are they tight? Breathing the whole way through. Couple more breaths. In, hold, and release. Once more. Now we're going to tense. So as we inhale, we're going to squeeze the top half of our legs, our bums. We're going to hold. And we're going to release. Feel your body sinking into the chair, into the sofa, into the floor. So inhale, we're going to tense the tops and the bottoms of our legs. So big squeeze. We're going to hold for 6 seconds. And release. Like I said before, should feel a bit like a weightlessness experience. Falling into your chair. And now we're going to move on to our stomach. So as we inhale through our noses, we're going to really fill our stomach with air. Sit up nice and tall. And release. In. Hold. And release. As we're doing this, think about some of the food you've been eating recently. Have you been eating healthily? Is there any way that you could change your diet? And as you're breathing, I want you to think of what was the healthiest recipe that you've cooked this week. Think about that filling your stomach. If you've had a bit of an off week, take time here. Think how you might be able to get on track next week or for the remainder of this week. Breathing into our stomachs. Last one, nice deep breath. And exhale. We're now going to move on to squeezing our abdominal muscles, squeezing our stomachs. So as we inhale, squeeze those stomachs in. It should be hard to inhale. I'm going to hold this, squeeze those stomach muscles, and relax as you exhale. Once more. So inhale. I'm going to squeeze those stomach muscles, really suck in that belly button, draw in that belly button. Hold it for a couple more seconds. And release. Take a couple of breaths here. Next, we're going to move up to our shoulders and start to activate them. Small shoulder shrugs. As we breathe in, take notice of how our shoulders are feeling. Might be extremely tight at the minute. Everyone's extremely busy. So as you're breathing in, take notice of where it's sore, the niggles you may have. And as you breathe out, try and push them away. Again, we're aiming for that 6 seconds breath. In, hold, and release. If your shoulders are sore, think why they might be sore. Lots of desk work. Some of you might have spent a lot of time on your phones, looking down. So think of times as you're breathing now where you can give your shoulders a break. During the day, think of ways that you can improve your posture. Release some of that tension upon your shoulders and your neck. Couple more deep breaths. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze our shoulders as we inhale. So squeeze our shoulders up towards our ears. And then going to hold this, squeezing our shoulder muscles. We're then going to exhale. Feel our body sink back into our chair. Luckily for you, nobody can see you on the other end. Hopefully you've all got your eyes shut so you're not staring at me doing this. So as we inhale, we're going to breathe in. Shoulders up to our ears, squeeze them tight. Going to hold this for 6 seconds. And then we're going to release as we exhale. Feel ourselves sink into the chair. From here, take a couple of deep breaths. Taking notice of any areas that are sore, that were tight when we were doing that. some of the reasons they might be tight. Good. We're going to move down to our arms and our hands. So you can either have them on your knees or you can let them hang by your sides. Let them hang loose. As we breathe in, send each breath down to our fingertips. And as we exhale, squeeze every last bit out. Are our arms tired? Feel any sensations in our fingers from letting them hang. Take notice of why your arms might be sore. Push these positive breaths towards them. Deep breaths. Are your fingers starting to twitch? Take notice of that. Feel your body relaxing. If your mind's wandering, bring it back to the here and now. Bring it back to your fingers, to your arms. Good. Last deep breath. We'll do this one together. So in. Hold. And release. This time we're going to screw up our hands and our arms, tense them as tight as we can, and then we're going to release. So inhale, squeeze those arms, the tops, the bottoms, your forearms, give them a really tight squeeze, make some fists, and release. Feel your shoulders slump, your hands move down towards the floor. We're going to do this once more. So a big squeeze, make some fists. Really squeeze every muscle in your arms. If you start to shake, that's fine. It means you're squeezing. A couple more seconds. And release. A couple of deep breaths. Take notice of any tingling, any new sensations you've not felt before. Feel those lungs back with air, sending it towards our arms, down to our fingertips. Now we're going to move up to our faces, our necks and our heads. What we're going to do is when we breathe in, feel it moving around our face. As we hold it, as you breathe in now through your nose, give yourself a little smile as you do so. Take notice of how you're feeling, especially in this moment now. For some of you, this might have been the first time that you've switched off for a while. So take notice of how that's feeling as you breathe in. As you hold, and as you release. Again, bring a small smile to your face as you breathe in. As you hold and release. With that smile, think of all of the positive things that are going on for you at the minute. Christmas is coming, the last week of term. Others of you might have small goals that you've reached. Think of those as you breathe. Last breath. In. Hold. And release. Now this is the part where I really do hope that none of you are watching the screen. We're going to screw up our faces. Give ourselves some wrinkles. Pull the ugliest face we've ever pulled. As we breathe in, we're going to squeeze. Squeeze every last bit of that face. And release. As you release, take notice of your cheeks, of your chin, and of your forehead. How does it feel? So breathe in once more. Breathe in, squeeze. And hold. And release. Couple of breaths. Is your face tingling? Take notice of that. Six-second breaths. And slowly, we're going to start to wiggle our toes. Bring our mind back to the here and now. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingertips. And slowly you can start to open your eyes. And come back to the here and now. Some of you might need to move your legs around a little bit. Might be feeling a little bit tight, a little bit sleepy. Good. So hopefully there I've allowed you to relax and take notice of different parts of your body. Some of you, it might be the first time that you've switched off for a while. Others of you might be seasoned pros. But we all need to switch off from time to time. And even just finding 20 minutes, half an hour to do so. Away from everything, away from everybody else. Makes you feel a lot better. So hopefully everybody's enjoyed that. I can see that Kylie's put something in the chat. So hi Kylie, well done for joining in today. For those of you that are unaware, so for students this week we've got a wellbeing week. So if you want to, you can head over to our Instagram page where you can then find out what's going on. The link's in our bio on our Instagram page. For those, if you joined us as a staff member, again, you can access all of these resources. You're already on our YouTube page, so our YouTube channel has got loads of different tips on there. Loads of different things. And if anybody's on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter as well. So at GCS Active on Twitter. We've got loads of different things going on for the rest of the week. Staff, I will see you for my bingo session, and students, I'll see you tomorrow at 1:00 as we've got a beginner's guide to yoga. So I'm hoping everybody enjoyed that. If you can, leave me a comment. If not, drop me a tweet, drop me a line, just so I know that everybody enjoyed that. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. And I'll see you all after Christmas. See you soon. Bye bye.